Rice farmers walk out over prices. Hi, I'm Rico Bulford, and this is Uncut News. To see news happening, send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151.
He say you come out to talk to the rice farmer out here. Half hour done, he can't come here.
Dozens of rice farmers walked out of a meeting with the Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, at the Rice Producers Association Bond in Regina this morning. The farmers are protesting the current situation in the rice industry and demanding a higher paddy price. They claim that other sectors of the nation are receiving assistance, but they are being ignored.
The government goes over everybody, but not rice farmer. Rice farmer, they got them at bottom, I kick them off. I go down.
Many of the farmers are unable to afford to return to farming next season due to financial constraints. If this is the case, then this will put even more strain on the local food industry and prices as a whole. Yesterday, the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament had to cancel another meeting due to 3 government members providing excuses and 2 failing to attend. This is the 9th time that a PAC meeting has been cancelled under similar circumstances since the government pushed for the quorum change. The previous cancellations took place on the 23rd of May 2022, just weeks after the quorum was changed, as well as on July 11th, 18th, 25th, November 21st, November 28th, December 12th, and February 6th of this year. Chairman of the PAC, Jermaine Vergara, has stated that APNU AFC continues to oppose the current quorum. It should be noted that they are still several years behind as they have yet to audit 2019's finances. The United States Les Antilles Medical Assistance Team is partnering with our Health Ministry to provide free medical care and professional knowledge exchanges from February the 20th to March 3rd. The team of 29 U.S. Army medical and dental professionals will provide general surgery, emergency room and dental care at the Georgetown Public Hospital and West Demerara Regional Hospitals. Limelight operations have been coordinated with the Health Ministry and hospital medical directors to ensure that they do not displace local medical providers. The U.S. team will work with local doctors to ensure continuity of care following surgical procedures and will donate surplus medical supplies worth approximately US $225,000 to medical facilities in Guyana. Displaced residents of Caneview and Mucka have decided to start legal action after the government failed to respond to their 7-day legal ultimatum. The residents were among 7 families whose homes were bulldozed to make way for a new highway. The government had offered them land and financial compensation, which they rejected, demanding more. 2 of the 7 families have reached settlements with the government. The lawyers representing the residents are convinced that the affected persons have strong claims against the government. Former Miss Guyana World and Miss Guyana Universe Rukia Boya has been reported missing in the United States. The 33-year-old was last seen on February the 16th at the Chicago Union Station in Chicago, Illinois. Boya's relatives are concerned about her mental state as she reportedly spent several weeks in a U.S. mental health facility after being admitted by a court. Her family has been trying to locate her and get her the help she so badly needs, but they have been facing difficulties since she moves around from state to state. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is asked to contact telephone number 1-347-600-5810. Boya left Guyana over 2 years ago and had previously worked as a radio and television broadcaster. It's February, so how about you do something special for your first love? Your truck. Powered Automotive stocks a huge range of parts from the best brands in the business. Show your truck some love today. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles. Or call or WhatsApp them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Now it's time to tell you about the best price car of the week. Currently on sale is 2020 Toyota Raze. It's almost brand new, and it comes with Toyota safety sets, Bluetooth, mud rims, new tires, TV, CD, LED lighting, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cars for $6 million. Or pay as low as $1.2 million down with around $160,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them we can send you for this sweet deal. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. Jagdeo is currently in India for a week-long visit to discuss cooperation in the areas of trade, energy, and agriculture. During his visit, he engaged with India's Minister of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare, Narendra Singh Tomar, and members of India's private sector. The Vice President also discussed India's presidency of the Group of 20, ensuring that concerns of the Global South, including Guyana and other Caribbean nations, will be strongly represented. Furthermore, discussions continued on a possible long-term supply deal for oil produced in the offshore Starboard Block, which India has been trying to ink for more than a year now. 36-year-old Shahzad Satur, the CEO of N&S Engineering and Contracting Services, has been released on bail of $1.5 million after being charged with causing death by dangerous driving, among other charges. Satur is accused of driving into a group of people outside of a wedding house on the morning of Sunday, January the 29th, in East Kanji. This collision resulted in the death of Somdat Indal and injuries to 3 other people, including a child. Satur has pleaded not guilty to the charges of failing to render assistance to the injured persons, failing to stop after an accident, and failing to report the accident. He is expected to return to court on March the 10th. Satur's company, N&S Engineering and Contracting Services, is currently contracted to complete several multi-million-dollar projects for the Public Works Ministry. So, needless to say, we will be closely following this story. 9 men were charged with terrorism-related offenses for allegedly using wood and other materials to block, burn, and damage a public road on the 28th of June at the Monrepo Market, with the intention to cause terror. Those charged are Philip Burke, Mark Hercules, David Berkshire, Terence Adolphus Ned, Anthony English, Keon Glasgow, Julian Peters, Tony McKinnon, and Carlos Kingston. They were released on $300,000 bail each and are all required to lodge their passports with the clerk of the court and report to the police station on the 14th day of each month. The trial has been adjourned until February 28th. Meanwhile, the 3 remaining of the 12 suspects who were wanted by the police are still on the run. Tajiram Rahim, a cane cutter from Marsidam Rosignol village, West Bank Babis, has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for the fatal stabbing of his wife, Amrita Rahim, in November 2020. In January, Rahim pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of manslaughter. Now for today's oil update. Guyana will owe ExxonMobil and its co-ventures $1 billion for the cost of the pipeline and associated infrastructure that it has been charged with developing for the gas-to-energy project. The government plans to commercialize the natural gas liquids and has been guaranteed 63 million barrels of liquids per annum, equivalent to 4,100 barrels per annum. The earnings from the sale of this gas are expected to service the debt with a comfortable profit remaining, according to the government. Guyana will receive 311 megawatts of power from the lean gas, which will deliver 2,600 kilowatt hours, nearly 3 times the 112 megawatt average Guyana got in 2022. The construction of the project will commence this year for delivery and commissioning in the final quarter of 2024. Nevertheless, we will still require double that amount of energy we will be receiving from this plant. You can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home or business with Sheriff Security. Sheriff Security has well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, Marine Patrol, K-9 services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now for our Uncut News Views Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. Last night I asked, what can the government do to better preserve our culture? But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description. Rashawn Reed says little is being done and little has been done to preserve our rich cultural heritage. As Guyanese, we should be proud of our culture, and we need leaders who understand our cultural history and have an appreciation for all same. Finally, we must be appreciative of each other's cultures and stop the hate. It's killing us as a nation. Remember our motto, one people, one nation, with one destiny, a prosperous one. I agree, Rashawn. I agree. Meanwhile, Barefoot Wanderer says this government needs to build a new museum, one section to exhibit our history and the other for our culture, and it needs to be placed in a convenient location with good parking, especially for school buses for school tours to visit. They'd like to see an exhibit of the magenta stamp in the museum, even though we don't own it. It's a unique part of our history, so we should be able to see it. Indeed, or at least something dedicated to it, I absolutely agree. Adjacent to the museum should be the National Archives, exhibit the slave and indentured laborers' ship logs for the inquisitive mind to visually see. I agree. Discover and learn and find their ancestors within those logs. The government needs to fund a yearly school trip for a visit to the museum. Lastly, for much money, we need an all-inclusive event like Hyatt Lime. Hint to Marriott to step up their business game to enjoy our Guyanese culture, our music, and spoken word artists, and of course, our award-winning rum. You know, I agree with you 100%. We really should be doing all of the things you said. And then some. Now for tonight's question. I want to know, what is an issue that is not getting enough attention currently? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm New Couple for saying good night, folks.